right, let's talk some truth and facts about the Errol Spence and Shawn Porter pay-per-view that just passed September 20th at the Staples Center, and Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, the rematch, Factz pay-per-view. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love and support. Okay, but, you know, we could talk about the Shawn Porter and Errol Spence pay-per-view real quick. It was reported that they did 350,000 pay-per-view. It was reported not even 24 hours, I believe, or 48 hours after the fight. I believe Coppinger reported that Sunday, no later than Monday that week. Now, pay attention to what I just said. Now, we have some reports that Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, according to Rick Glosser, who's a known Premier Boxing Champions hater, so you don't know what's real and what's fake with him. But he came, some number, 2,500, got attached to his name for the fight. Now, to put it in perspective for it, Victor Postol and Terrence Crawford did around 70,000. Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan did anywhere from 150 to 175,000 pay-per-view buys. So you telling me Deontay Wilder had these Wilder Ortiz fight camps on, and they only tapped into 0.2% of those people? I don't believe that. But I did hear that the Wilder Ortiz numbers was really, really low. But let me educate on how the pay-per-view numbers work. Now, through Showtime and I believe through Fox, you can buy the pay-per-views through an app. Okay. Then you have each cable provider that has to report the numbers in. Maybe you have Time Warner, Timecast, I don't know if that's still around. You have Comcast, Xfinity, Dish Network, DirecTV, AT&T, whatever they got going on. So all these people have to calculate their pay-per-view buys up and send it in. That doesn't happen overnight. Let me say it again. That doesn't happen overnight. Then you have the movie theaters and all that. It's not like selling tickets. Okay, we sold 10,000 tickets. And guess what? At the end of the day, Ticketmaster, Axis, StubHub, whatever. The capacity was, we got 10,000 tickets sold. I can give you that number right now. Not with pay-per-view. Okay? Not with pay-per-view. So it takes at least several days. If the fight was Saturday night, you might hear Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the numbers that they say. But the key thing about it is, the one thing that the pay-per-view sales share with DAZN and other streaming apps, they don't release their numbers. You never see Fox says we did blase blah. HBO says we did blase blah. It's always leaked to the press. Oh, Coppinger, Lance Pugmire, or Dan Rayfield, or this is what we did. We did these numbers or that. If you don't hear like a couple journalists say it, and you don't hear the numbers never really gonna come out because the numbers wasn't good. They lie about the numbers. They lie about them. So it doesn't hurt the fans in no way, shape, form, and fashion. The numbers don't hurt the fans. Because guess what? It is what it is. Them lying about the numbers only hurts the network. The network didn't make a return. So going back to Shawn Porter and Errol Spence, like I said before, is that how does the numbers come out less than 24 hours, less than 48 hours after the fight? Those numbers wasn't real. You know what? When they don't release the numbers, remember, where's the Crawford and, the Amir Khan numbers at, the Crawford and Postal numbers at, the pay-per-view wasn't good. And I heard Wilder Ortiz 2 numbers was really low too. But you have to know the facts. Seriously, you have to know the facts about how pay-per-view work. Even if they give you a number, you know what I'm saying? It's probably not going to be real. It's not going to be real. If they leak it through a journalist or they look it through, Coppinger had a fake number. I've already been told, as soon as he made that number, it was fake. That's what they told him. That 350,000 Errol and Shawn did, that's not true. I heard it was anywhere from 200,000 to 275,000. Okay? At the end of the day, it's not, to be honest, this is something that the fans shouldn't have to talk about. This is something that I don't want to talk about. But I keep hearing people ask about it, talk about it. But why does it matter? At the end of the day, if they're low numbers, guess what? The market going to be set for these fighters then. So you might not see Wilder go back on pay-per-view versus an Ortiz type of opponent. Only maybe versus Fury type of opponent. So if you're not buying and you pirating or you streaming or you abstaining from watching it, you're doing your part. They can lie all they want to. Oh, it did 300, it did 500. This guy can say it, but at the end of the day, when that money don't flip over, it don't bring a return. I'm telling you, boxing, a lot of these boxers financially about to come back down to earth. Right now they eating good, but they don't have no fan following. They don't have no fan base. So for the people that's finding other ways to watch the fight or not paying for it, it's working. They can perpetrate, they can fake it all they want to. These numbers ain't good. And they trying to turn people, they trying to wheel people and wish fighters into pay-per-view stars, and it's not working. But at the end of the day, the networks rarely, and there's always exceptions to the rules. You always got to say that. The networks rarely release pay-per-view numbers. It's always released by a second party or a journalist or a media member. But if you don't see 3 or 4 or 5 media members saying it, you see one media member saying it or copied off that media member, I'm telling you, it's fake. Especially when it come out 24 or 48 hours. If you never hear a lot of the media talking about it, if you read articles and they say, oh, Coppinger, and everybody, oh, you see a video by Blase Coppinger, you see another video by, dude, if Rayfield and Coppinger and Pugmire and Doug Fisher and Stevie Kim and other old media print writers, if they all ain't writing about it, it's fake. If they all using the same journalist as a source, it's fake. The real numbers never release the real numbers. And there's exceptions to the rule. These pay-per-views not doing well. They're not selling tickets neither. So that's what people got to understand. Everybody battling, oh, it did 25. Hey, if it did 25, it did 25. It is what it is. So next time they know we not no suckers. So for people that's trying to make a point, I'm not paying for BS boxing or we not getting the fights we want, it's working. These networks not gonna keep shoving out money and not bringing a return. They can't keep going into the red. The ticket sales not good. They can say, oh, we at 10,000 capacity tonight. We sold out the place. Man, they gave away 5 or 7, 8,000 tickets. They comped them or physically gave them away. And to talk about a pay-per-view star, the pay-per-view star don't change. I went to Twitter the other day and said, if you ain't doing $1 million or close to $1 million as a pay-per-view star, I said $1 million to be exact. You know, you ain't a pay-per-view star. I don't care what people say. They can rise the price up to $80 or $100. It's a lot of people in the United States of America. What is it, 300 and some million people? Let's say it's 300 million people in the United States of America. And you can't tap in to 1 million of them? What is a million? What is 1 million of 300 million people? You know, you talking about, if it's 330 million people, you're talking about less than 10% of people. You can't tap into less than, I believe, 10% of the population to buy your pay-per-view. You're not a star. You're not a star. You fight on free TV and only 1 million, 2 million people watching. You're not a star. You can't even, on free TV, you can't get 10 million people to watch you. That's crazy. And you in a country with over 300 million people. How can you call yourself a star doing 100,000 in a country with millions, hundreds and hundreds of millions of people? We're not rewriting what a star is. You know what I'm saying? A star is Madonna. A star was Michael Jackson. It doesn't change. And social media used to be even bigger. So there's no pay-per-view star right now. You can say Floyd, and Floyd with the right dancing partner, or Canelo, but he ain't on pay-per-view no more. And he ain't even probably driving 1 million people to pay $20 for him for his fight. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, query, sponsorship, video requests. I'm going to double up with some videos or 2 boxing videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation, link subscription. Best way to donate is share the video. Don't forget, we on all social media once again. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, query, sponsorship, video requests. Check my other channel out, Motor City Sports Talk, predominantly Detroit. But just support me over there. Appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think about the video. But No pay-per-view numbers mean it's not good for multiple sources. We gone.